Parts Express, the #1 source for audio, video, and speaker building components.
Today we're going to be talking about the Jasper Circle Jigs. The Circle Jigs come in two different versions. You have the model 400 that'll make a 1 to 7.5 inch circle, and then you have the model 200, and that'll work for circles that are 2 1/4 all the way up to 18 3/16 of an inch in diameter. The basic premise to the circle jig is that it allows for an easy, perfect circle to be cut using a router. You get all of the screws that you need to attach to the router, and you get a post in there to set your diameter. Now the post is an 1/8 inch diameter, so you're going to want to get an 1/8 inch diameter drill bit to use the circle jig properly. We already have one pre-set up. You use these clear plastic centerpieces to center the router onto the circle jig, and then you just find the screw holes that are going to match up. It's made to work with many different routers. You can check the manufacturer's website to see if your router is going to work with their circle jig. Be very careful when tightening these screws. You do not want to over tighten it because that can crack the circle jig. So just get it nice and firm. Now it's nice and snug. You want to make sure that it's not going to move around at all. Now, as you can see, the router bit itself, which we always recommend that you use a spiral upcut bit. Any other bit is really not going to work well with this system. Once you have the screws in place, you can pop out the center guide. We also recommend to put a spare piece of material underneath the material that you're going to be making your circle on. What this is going to allow you to do is to drill your 1/8 inch hole down into the second board, so that way you have a very stable surface, and when you finish that hole, you're going to keep it in place. It's not going to dance around. So again, you get an 1/8 inch drill bit, drill it into the center of where the hole's going to be, take your guide, insert it into the router's jig. We're going to cut a 6 inch hole for the demonstration purpose of this video. So you take your guide, insert it into the 6 inch position. Before plugging in, always make sure you're in the off position. Plug it in, turn it, and I always recommend pressing straight down. Once you're finished, you'll have a 6 inch diameter circle. Again, we sell two versions of the Jasper Circle Jig, the Model 400, which is more for tweeters and portholes, and the Model 200, which is more for woofers. Pick them up at partsexpress.com.
Over 15,000 products, free same-day shipping on most orders, 45-day no-hassle returns, and free tech support. PartsExpress.com, the #1 source for audio, video, and speaker building components.